Thursday night, 8 o'clock, and it's Thursday. Steve Gosney Show, regular bat channel. Hey, a lot of stuff going on. I've got a kind of an interesting show for y'all, a little different. I like to do things that nobody else is doing. I have to admit that it's like I don't want to do a show like following the footsteps of everybody else. I want to do something that you're not seeing in the media anywhere else, sort of like I'm off in my own world. So, and I appreciate that you all are here and watching that, or interested in what I'm thinking about and what I'm doing. So all good to you. But, I occasionally I'll follow something, but I just can't be anything but me. Right. So that's what I'm going to do. Couple things, actually some big stuff, and so we'll wait for everybody to kind of join in here as we just announced the show and things coming in, right? Although I've been trying to do these previews, but I'm psyched because everything I've got all my books in. Check it out. So hardcovers, Death Penalty Desires, signed and numbered. These are probably going to be, I don't know if they ship out on Good Friday. They just came in. I've just signed them, all numbered them. So these are in, and they will be going out. The softbacks, PG rated softbacks of Death Penalty Desired, signed and autographed and ready to go out. They have already been mailed. So these have been mailed. The softbacks of Death Penalty Desires, these have been mailed. And see, I'm going to send a couple. These are some of these are promo books here for some of our favorite law streamers. So everything's in. The only thing that has not yet been shipped out is the hardback, the first edition hardcover signed and numbered hardbacks, which you guys have ordered. Those things were the last thing that came in. They just came in today. I just signed them, I numbered them, and so they will be going out. I hope that we can. I don't know. I got to check the post office, but if the post office is open tomorrow, they'll go to the post office tomorrow. So. Thumbs up on all y'all, and thank you for the orders. So we are in business on Death Penalty Desires and Death Penalty Desired. So isn't that cool? Here, let me show you. I've got actually got a couple of these. So there's a hardback Death Penalty Desires, PG version Death Penalty Desired. That's my not for resale promo copy, one shot. But isn't that beautiful? And this one here, I'll say, see, this is 13-point type. See there? That's 13-point type. And this one, I reduced it to 12-point, make it a little bit thinner, a little more readable. See there? So very cool. Very happy. Thank you, everybody, for supporting my work. So it's in the mail. And of course, the people that bought the hardback Death Penalty Desires, yeah. I sent them all the ebook for comp because it took a little longer for that to come in. I think it's an expensive to book produce, and they got backlogged up there, but I don't know what's happening, but it's all good. So we're sending it out. Let's see who's in the old audience today. We've got Red Pilled Truth Seeker. I love it. Bella the Bayou, AG. Oh, and AJ, MCM. Hey, chat. I got to do a little private meet and greet, didn't we? A little private meet and greet. And so AJ, so what did you think about? Do you read the R-rated version, right? What did you think about the book? We got Zach and Lily and Sadie, and can't stay Shane. Okay, well, thanks for showing. Mara Loco. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these notifications. I just say so. Yeah, all the peeps are here. Slidey Pie, Zach. Yeah, but Danielle, yeah. So the deal is still up. If we get $100 worth of super chats and stuff, or Rumble rants and super chats combined, Danielle gets her hardcover Summer Friend. So if anybody wants to buy Danielle her last remaining hardcover that she needs, Summer Friend, and I've actually been editing this. There's a few things in here that's a little sloppy, and I said I'm not going to reprint it. What I think I'm going to do is I've got a few more to sell here, maybe 10 or 20 or so. I don't know how many, but when I sell these out, I'm probably not going to reprint them. I'll probably just go through Amazon. I think I'll roll this one over to Amazon too. Zach, yeah, funny. Yeah. So AJ, well, if you haven't bought a book yet, buy it now. I think it should be BUY, right? Yeah. What'd you think, AJ? So she's my. She couldn't put it down. So that's what she said. She said, actually, I gave her a very special copy, I will say. And we got to meet and we went to Orlando. Hey, Raid, we got a Dolly raid. Thank you very much, Dolly, Stray, and Ronnie. Hang out. We got some good stuff. So here's what happens. She told me, can I share the story? I think I can. So we got to meet, and she's probably I don't know if you're the first one to actually get the death penalty desires, but I think so. We went to dinner, and then I gave her the book, and she says she stayed up until 4 a.m. in the morning. She could not put it down. She had to read the whole thing front to back. So if I'm going to recommend one, I recommend you go get the soft cover version of Death Penalty Desires on SteveGosney.com. That is the definitive edition at this point. I've got a few more edits I'm going to make actually to Desired, but yes. So there we go. Excited utterances here. Hello, Raid, right? We got, yes, we got a good time. Thank you for coming out. That was a lot of fun. Yes, gonna get ideas and answers in law sometime soon. I'm waiting for the final edition. So everything, it is the final edition. This version is the one you want. This is the definitive second edition right here. That's the one you want. Third edition, if it's a third edition, it's going to be a year off. So definitely get your ideas and answers in law, because when we do trials coming up, that I refer to this a lot. In fact, I had some emails from my workplace today, in fact, where I had to reference two different articles in here because, see, it is solutions to common problems confronting the criminal lawyer. So I wrote that for people that are interested in law, and you guys are. Look at this. It's better than I expected, and I had high expectations. Thank you. Surprise. Don't give away any of the surprises, because there's a lot. What did you think about all the insider references too? And you read the R-rated version. Was it too smutty, or was it okay? Was it just enough? I think it was just enough. I think the smut, good for men and women. Yes. It is really a crime mystery novel, really, is what it is. Wouldn't you say? I mean, how would you describe it, AJ? Yes, happy, blessed Holy Week and happy Easter. All right, so we're getting rid of we're going to do some of the business up front here, and then we'll get into what the topic of the show is. I want to talk to you about, I think we're going to do the hard launch on the book. Now that I've got everything all lined up, I think we're going to do the hard launch on the book with Nick Rekieta. Nick Rekieta has agreed, to do the hard launch. So it'll be me and Andrew Branca and Nick Rekieta on his show probably next week. So it was perfect. Well, thank you. I mean, I really do. I'm very pleased that, and everybody I gave one comp. In fact, I guess I can show you this. So I'm going to comp Rosemary Peoples a book. She's my buddy at the trial division. I don't know if you know Rosemary. So I'm going to comp her a book. She doesn't even know it. I'm just going to send it to her. And but I did send her a copy of this ebook by ebook, and she read it, and she thought it was great. She did the same thing, page turner. So I'm really happy with it. It was definitely. Jacob Castro's here. Ginger with a Soul. Boy. Oh, you had a free Zachariah Anderson stream. Excellent. Yes, Zachariah Anderson is still, see, this is the thing. People lose interest, but he's still not guilty, and he's still in prison, right? Yeah, what was it? It's a winding mystery with a sprinkle of smut. Yes, it's a winding. That's interesting. If you don't like some of the dirty parts, I think the dirty parts actually add to the story. Okay, and let's talk about that, because Nick Rekieta is he wrote the foreword to my book Prepare, which is here. This was a couple years ago, I guess. By that now, I've stopped doing forewords because I hate waiting on people, and I work way too fast, and I run around, and then I like, where's the forward? Where's the forward? And so I'm not going to do any more forwards, but. Some people have criticized because, Nick is a bad guy, and it's like, well, wait a second. Let's hold up. He who without this first sin cast the first one. Is it like, do Christians we Christians, we don't hang around with sinners? Right? I mean, come on, the church is full of sinners. Ridiculous. No progress on the sci-fi book with the fantasy novels. What you're talking about? No, and I will say What I've been working on is Death Penalty Designs, which is my third book of this series right here. See here? Look at that. That baby's ready to go. This book is a beast. And this is not going to be, believe me, you guys, unless you thought Ideas and Answers in Law was like the best thing you've ever read and you can't wait to see a sequel and you're interested in the death penalty, then that book's for you. Okay. But I'm not writing it for mass consumption. I'm writing it for a very small elite group. Actually, I'm writing it for myself, to educate myself to be the best lawyer I can be. So that's what I'm working on now. So the fantasy book got sidelined. Writing Death Penalty Desires has really helped me. And that's one of the things. I'm going to go back, and I'm about halfway through this book, and I'm going to edit it and replace the ebook versions with an updated 2.0 version so that it's cleaner. There's a lot of mistakes in here that when I read it back, I'm like, ugh. And some of the things I've realized how I write, and some of the things I do in my fiction, because this is my first fictionalized book, although it's mostly true. Death Penalty Desired is we're moving further and further away from the truth. Yes, the ebook is out. Everything's out right now. So you can get everything in every version right now. So I will say Death Penalty Desired is Amazon basically. The ebook on this, if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get this on Kindle Unlimited for free. So go get it. In fact, do it just to help me out, and read it. So it's good. Now, this is the PG version, Amazon only. The soft covers are also available on Amazon, or you can buy them directly from me. If you get them from me, I'll sign them and send them to you. Death Penalty Desires, the R-rated version. Oh, here's Nick Rekieta's comp book that I'm going to send him. This is the R-rated version, of course. Look at this baby. Isn't that beautiful? It thing weighs 2 pounds, 8 ounces. AJ, tell them about how heavy this book is. This is the hardcover, but the soft covers are also valid. In fact, I made some edits on the soft covers. These here. This is the definitive edition. This is if you want the complete version. The PG version, I take out just one storyline, one thread, and so it's subtractive. So you're getting minus about 15 pages. All right. So yeah, get the ebooks. Ebooks available. Everything's available right now. It's all out. The only thing I've got yet to ship is the first edition pre-orders of the hardbacks and the promo copies here. Okay, so what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so people are saying, well, why do I associate with Nick Rekieta if I'm a Christian? All right. Well, first of all, who am I to judge, right? I hang out with sinners all the time, right? I'm a sinner. We're all sinners. And these people say, well, Christian, how dare you hang out with people who curse and drink and cavort, right? Christians don't have sex. Yeah, AJ, quality is superb. Yeah, you're not going to get a better quality book. Get Death Penalty Desires. Yeah, Rekieta is a Christian, and the thing is, if you've read Prepare, anybody who knows what they're talking about knows that Prepare has got 2 chapters on faith. It's basically it's a book about freedom. And Christianity is a part of it, and I believe it's necessary, but it's part of it. But let's, hey, Jay Leapgot, good to see you, man. He shows up right on time. Jim, nice haircut. Yes. Legal-minded friends. All my friends are here. This is so great. So I'm hoping next week or maybe the following week, we're going to do a hard launch where we'll get, a mass kind of release. But right now, everything is now released, and it's all good. So yeah, so like Nick is, he's a funny guy. He's hilarious. He's got a big audience, and so I want to get my book sold to the masses, as many people as possible. When I'm on there, I sell a lot of books, which is great. He's a good interviewer. He's funny, and if you don't like him, don't watch him. If you don't like him, don't watch him, and that's it. Jordy, Prepare very much. Yeah, what's this? Ogling the Brit chick with big boobs. I don't remember the Brit chick. Oh, I know. You're talking about Steph the Alternate. Ouch! Don't tell anybody. Okay, but I'll tell you. It's you and me, all right. So I've got. Looks like I can't put her name on here. I'll put her name on there. Yeah. So Steph. This is a Steph book. Here, I guess I can do that. Right. See, Steph comp book. So I got addresses and stuff. Yeah, yeah, so this is the thing. People like to, people love to tear down, and I tell you, negative, negative, negative. And the thing is that on the other hand, okay, like, am I holier than thou? Am I so much better than anybody? I'm not. I'm just me, right? And everybody's like, well, you're going to draw you down into degeneracy, right? The thing is that I deal with the worst of life. My job, I'm dealing with very, very nasty, nasty stuff. First degree murder, children, cops, multi murders, and not just that. The wreckage that comes on our clients. See, a lot of our clients don't come into this thing just committing first degree murder out of a bat. Very rare does that happen. Usually they've been abused and they've been abandoned and they've done drugs and they have mental illness and they're poor and oh, I mean, it's like a lifetime of pain and suffering. So, yeah, okay, slidey by. Yeah, you got Brucey is sweet. Thank you, Brucey is great. There's Brucey over here. So, and so when it says a potty mouth word, I'm supposed to get offended. And I will say that Death Penalty Desires. I'm gonna get my book here. Death Penalty Desires is about the sex toy killer, right? And there's also a dominance and submission theme. Well, does that mean so Christians aren't supposed to think about sex? I mean, every sex is like all over the Bible. It's all over the world. So, I mean, and also, who is it that, you got to go where the sinners are and maybe I'll rub off on him. I don't know. And there's a public persona situation too. So, and not like you said, some of the guests, nests aren't great. And this is the thing, there's like a whole, right now, Legal Mindset's doing this whole anime thing, right? And I think Legal Mindset's hilarious, but I love he's the definitive guy for Disney stuff. So, but I don't care about anime. But I mean, I'm not going to go on to go on places to say, oh, Legal Mindset's into anime now, and what happened to him and all this stuff. So what is this? I just learned how forward my chat to live. So you have to give my person sent my chat to you. What does that mean? Yes, this is me on the front of the cover of the book. I had to pose. See there? So that's what I really look like in real life. That's my buddy Grok. Grok did this cover. I think it's a great, great cover. Yeah, can telling a story be a sin? And it's funny because there is actually there's actually a theme. There's a lot of themes in here that are sort of underneath. I mean, one of the things that I think I'm good at is telling facts and then having overlays of something like a greater. I don't know. I just think I think I'm very happy with it. It just this was a bit of inspiration, came out. And, Christians, and I always kind of wonder about censorship of sex too, because it's like, oh, but murder's fine. It's the sex that has to come out. What is that about, right? Or the drinking, right? My water. All right. I did not see the Richard Allen case. Let's see. Okay, so what else are we talking about? I don't know. I'm just telling you that I find Nick to be fun to be around, and I asked him specifically, and I said, would you do the hard launch for my new novel? And he was very generous. He said, absolutely, I would. And I said, let's bring on Branca because Branca's hilarious. And I think the three of us are a very good team. I think Nick, me, and Branca complement each other. And so we'll see. It's his show, and he's going to invite me on sometime, I think. We just got to get the dates and times worked out. But so we'll see. I think it's I'm very happy with the book, and I want to get him a copy before we do the stream. So maybe next Thursday, maybe the following week, but you all know, since you're on the Ghazni Inside, I just want to clear the air that if somebody wants you to come on and promote your book, I'm going to do that. And now I will say that I won't do that with people that I won't go on with people that I really dislike. But Nick's very likable, and he's a funny guy. And what his personal life and what you guys think is like, if you don't like him, don't tune in. You come over here. You want to listen to wholesomeness. You want to listen to topics that you won't hear on any other channels. This is the place, right? No sidecar today. We're sidecar free. But we're going to talk. Okay, so let's talk about our topic. Are we done with that? Done? All right. Enough of that. Let's see. Because Branka and Rakeda are the two that are responsible for getting me in this stream. And I don't forget that. I don't forget that. I don't take that lightly. When somebody does me right, then that's important, and are you just a fair weather friend? Are you down with somebody? I don't know. I'm just saying. Jacob Castro. That's funny. Have you read Death Penalty I want to know, Jacob, you read Death Penalty Desires yet? You need to if you haven't. Okay. Topic of the day. Enough of that. Enough promotion for today. Right, guys? Sick of him promoting his books and stuff. But I write these books for a reason. I want you to read them. That's the whole point. Now, where are we? Here we are. There we are. Okay, what's this? Not coming up. Hold on a second. There we are. Okay, so let's do some let's talk some management theory. All right, management theory. This fellow. Now, let me intro it by saying there's a fellow named Justin Wright who I follow on LinkedIn, and he's probably one of these popular guys. I don't really know who he is. Okay, what I do is I find wisdom where it is. It doesn't matter who he is. Maybe it does if he's some kind of serial killer, but I find his work. He does these things, these slides, these words, and I find them very inspirational. And so when I find something I really like the cat pictures and the dog pictures that I always crack me up, then I clip them and I save them. I just put them in a little pile. And then when I look through them, like, what would be a good picture for today? I like, okay, do the cat and the dog. I thought that was pretty cute. So Justin Wright, he does these slides, and I just noticed lately, about 3 or 4 or 5 times, I clipped some stuff that he has management advice, and I'm like, this guy is right on the money on a number of things. So let's just talk about he's on LinkedIn, and I'm not really sure what he does, but I want to give him full credit for creating these slides, and this is focused on his work, right? And I'm just going to reflect on it because I think, the expert is fun too, and so they're getting. And the expert and the White Rabbit, that whole crew there is a lot of fun. And it's a low drama thing, right? He just copies from management. And well, maybe so, but it's not that groundbreaking. That may very well be. That's how I've encountered it. It's just like Jordan Peterson is echoing Robert Johnson, who is echoing Carl Jung. Everybody's building off Carl Jung. So it may not be, but and my son's doing some management, and sometimes is management just a bunch of slogans, maybe. But if we find truth and value in it, then let's go over it. So this might be good. I don't know who's in there who might be in a management position or who might be in a managee position or who all is watching this. But let's just go through it for fun and because it's something different. And let's do it. Okay. So first slide. See if we can bring this in here. Here he is, Justin Wright. Your success, my mission. Ex-CIO, now entrepreneur, ranked top 10 creator, self-promoting, but okay. 12 brutal truths for employers. All right. Maybe this stream will be dedicated to my buddy Pat out in Arizona, because he's a big supporter. He's always supportive of me. And I know that he's a businessman, so maybe this one will go out to him. This stream will be dedicated to him. All right, so 12 brutal truths. When your best people leave, it's not them, it's you. So this is really important. So you got to, I think you really need to monitor an organization, a larger organization, to see who are your key people. And you need to cater to those key people and keep them happy. If the key people and the best people, if your top people are leaving, you're going to be left with all bottom people. And so this is a very important thing. So when your best people leave, it's not them, it's you. So that's an interesting. You don't have a remote work issue, you have trust issues. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good one. Maybe, maybe not. These are if it rings true, then great. If not, then talking about somebody else, right? But obviously, if you're having trouble with a remote worker, that has a quality of work thing. Well, you're not working. That's a trust issue, right? And say, okay, well, somebody's abusing the trust. Yes, but are you getting value? Are you paying the person, and are you getting value what you bargained for? Why do you want to lord over somebody if the job can be done at home and remotely? I don't know. Okay, management that can't handle feedback won't survive change. If your actions don't align with your values, your employees won't trust you. Yeah. So what are your values of your organization? Okay, I have these different things, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by my chat. Chatters are funny. So let's see. So and this goes with, I think, parenting too. Wouldn't you say? If your actions don't align with your values, your employees won't trust you. Your children will see what you do, not what you say. If you say and do the same thing, then your values are aligned. You will be a much better parent. Your diversity program is hollow if your leadership team all looks the same. Well, and I would change that one. I don't like the word looks here. Looks. Because I think that the key to diversity is having diverse personalities and perspectives, diversity of ideas. That's the only thing that matters. In fact, I don't really care about anything else other than that. A diverse set of ideas creates better decision-making processes. If everybody looks different but thinks the same, you aren't getting any kind of diversity at all. So anyways, I'll just throw in, like I said, this is a talking. Underpaying your people doesn't make you cost effective. It makes you short-sighted. Yeah. So this is the thing. These are really good little, let's see here. A toxic culture will tarnish your brand no matter how good your products are. Interesting. The customer experience will never exceed the employee experience. Interesting. So if your employee experience is bad, you're not going to have great customer experience when your employees are miserable. Micromanagement isn't a sign of dedication. It's a warning sign. I love that one. That's absolutely true. In fact, I will say that when I left the state attorney's office, one of the things I really should have been paying attention to, which I wasn't, but I should have been, was the micromanagement aspect of it. Being a prosecutor is probably a great job. I loved being a prosecutor when I had discretion, when I had a free rein to follow my heart and follow justice and follow the law and do the right thing. As soon as that micromanagement began to kick in, boy, that was a problem, and that's a warning sign for sure. Let's see. Top talent won't stay if their growth isn't your priority. Top talent won't stay if their growth isn't your priority. So, do you want your employees to grow? I don't know. I think this is sort of bad. When your best people leave, it's not them, it's you. So how do you keep the best people? You support them, and you make their growth your priority, right? Leading by fear creates teams that underperform. Leading by fear creates teams that underperform. Here's another state attorney's office criticism I had back in the day, which is the always the threat. The threat was a problem. If you don't pay people what they're worth, someone else will. That's very true. When you always put your people first, they'll give you their best, and everyone wins. So that's the first slide. Now that was sort of the one. That's the one I first saw that I thought, oh, that's pretty good, and maybe I should do a stream because there's more to this. Okay, so let's look at some more here. Okay, here we go. Come back over to StreamYard. All right, hold on a minute. Hopefully I almost share screen. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so here's my next one. See that? Yeah. Okay, good. So you're not just choosing a job, you're choosing a culture. So here's questions for company culture. So this is really good. So if you're an employee, oh, and Danielle, I see Danielle just showed up. So the deal is, I don't know, nobody's given any time, but if you feel the need to buy Danielle the summer friend, I've got a summer friend set aside just for Danielle because she wants a copy. So that's just my offer to y'all. Can you see this? Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. So this is good for employees. If you're looking at maybe taking a new job, these are some questions maybe you should ask of your company that you're thinking about going to, right? What's the most common reason people say they love working here? That's a good one. What do employees find unexpected when they start working here? How does the company support work-life balance for its employees? Can you describe the onboarding process for new hires? How does your company handle conflicts or disagreements within teams? Here we go. Is that better? I can read these nice and big. Yes. Very good. In what ways has the company evolved or changed since you've been here? Can you describe how team collaboration typically works here? What's an example of how the company has supported an employee's growth? Back to that. See, this kind of links in with that other slide, right? What social or team building activities does the company regularly organize? How does the company maintain clear and open communication across levels? There's another good one. Let's look over here. What's the typical approach to performance reviews here? How do you gather feedback from employees and what do you do with it? Can you share a time when the company's values shaped a business decision? How are decisions made in the company and who typically gets involved? What opportunities for learning and development does the company offer? What are the company's practices for ensuring diversity and inclusion? Again, that's one of those loaded questions. In what ways does the company celebrate milestones and achievements? What initiatives does the company have in place to promote employee wellness? And can you describe a change the company made based on employee input? That's a good one. In what ways does the company give back to the community? Okay, so those are some. So here's a. So this one's from Chris Donnelly. I don't know. See, I just pick up this stuff and I think it kind of relates. So let's look at the next one. So this is some dangers of quiet quitting. Now this one is from Justin Wright. So let's talk about quiet quitting. So what are the signs of quiet quitting? So this is when your organization is not performing well, right? Minimal effort. Employees do only the basics of their job, nothing more. Reduced initiative. They stop volunteering for new tasks or projects. Social withdrawal. Less interactions with colleagues and avoiding social activities at work. Less engagement. Participation in meetings and discussions increases. Lack of enthusiasm. Lack of enthusiasm. They show little enthusiasm or passion for their work or the company's goals. No interest in growth. Lack of interest in training, skill development, and career advancement. Decreased work quality. Quality drops, more errors. So here's Justin Wright. Okay, this is from him. And this is the titled Quiet Quitting. The causes of this. No growth opportunities. We're kind of repeating ourselves, right? But it's important because these are true. Toxic work environment. Now, what does that mean? Toxic work environment. A negative workplace culture can lead to reduced effort. That's good. Unclear expectations. Without clear goals, they might not see the value of going above and beyond. Feeling undervalued. If employees feel they aren't being paid fairly, they may limit their effort. Lack of recognition. When they don't feel respected or appreciated, they may lose motivation. Ineffective or unsupportive managers or can demotivate staff. Ineffective or unsupported managers can demotivate staff. And burnout, overall work and stress can lead them to doing just the minimum required. So that's a pretty good slide there. That's Quiet Quitting by Justin Wright. So these are some warning signs. Okay, let's keep going. This will probably be a quick stream. We'll Killers of company culture and how to fix them. Justin Wright again. The killers. Ineffective leadership. Can you follow that? Right, yeah, okay, you're doing it. Ineffective leadership. Leaders don't provide proper guidance, empowerment, and support. Poor communication. Information isn't shared effectively, leading to confusion. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Lack of appreciation. Employees' efforts are unnoticed or undervalued. Employee burnout. People are overworked, leading to stress and fatigue. Micromanagement. Excessive control hinders employee autonomy and growth. Micromanagement. Toxic behavior. Negative attitudes and actions damage the work environment. And favoritism. Unfair treatment based on preference, not performance, hurts team morale. Yeah, it really should. That's really important. You need to promote people who are performers and not insiders. Right? The fixes. Train and mentor managers. Provide ongoing leadership training. Ask for team feedback and act on it. Listen and share frequently. Listen actively, communicate openly, and use technology to keep everyone informed. Recognize and reward. Regularly acknowledge an employee efforts. Celebrate successes, both big and small. Absolutely. Manage workloads. Watch for the signs of burnout and take action. Encourage breaks and respect off hours. Empower employees. Trust your people. Assign tasks and offer support. Avoid over-involvement. Never ignore, correct it. Confront bad behavior directly. Oh boy, this is important. Create clear consequences. Encourage respect always. Yes. Ensure fair treatment. Make decisions based on merit. Treat all employees fairly and equitably. Justin Wright. I love this. This is good. So killers of company culture and how to fix them. And now this is really good too. This is most important motivators at work. Recognize me. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Recognition. Just recognize that somebody's doing good with something. That's 37% most important motivators at work. And here he's got a sort. Great Place to Work by O.C. Tanner. Nothing. I'm self-motivated. That's funny. That's a 13% answer. Inspire me. Give me autonomy. 12%. Something I really like about my current job is I have autonomy. Right? Pay me more. Yeah, well, that's always good. Other, train me, give me a promotion. I don't know. But look at that. Look at how big recognition is for most important motivator. Just recognize, and if you're a manager, when somebody's doing good, recognize it. If somebody's doing bad, if somebody is toxic in the workplace, address it, because those toxic people will drive the good people away. Yeah, I'm big on autonomy. I like recognition too, though, I must say. Whose recognition matters most? The manager. So this is a manager's job, is to recognize people's good behavior. Company leader, manager's manager. So you further up the food chain. Customer, that's interesting. Peer and other. So whose recognition matters the most? the manager. So your manager's job is to recognize people for their good work. Excellent. And then there's my, I love that picture. Look at this dog. The cat, he wants to kill you. I tried to warn you. He's been holding me hostage here. Don't let the cat, don't go to sleep. What's the dog thinking there? I love it. So anyway, little short stream on management. I used to do, I before I was a lawyer, maybe this is one of the reasons I'm such an oddball in lawyer world, is because for 7 years I was in management of nonprofit association management. So I did, as an assistant, I was in the Realtors Association, and then so I was with the Realtors Association for 3.5 years, and then I was executive officer for the local Volusia County Home Builders Association. So our nonprofit our membership was made up of home builders and building industries. And we did the Parade of Homes, if people know about the Parade of Homes, and we lobbied, we did, government lobbied, we did education and stuff like that. Expert, good to see you. So, management is, that's something I used to do back in the day. And so I'm a big fan of, I don't know, everybody was this Drucker, Peter Drucker. Have you ever heard of Peter Drucker? I love Peter Drucker. That guy's great. So, okay, well, that's, no big deal. We're just hanging out here. Does anybody have any other suggestions? Why don't we find out who is streaming and find out what's what. Let's see here. I don't see anybody streaming, actually. Ozzy's streaming. Ozzy Overlord. Find out where you want to go. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be it. Danielle's leaving, so I'm going to leave. And you guys have a good night. Have a happy Easter. It's Good Friday. Go to church and recognize that we're all sinners here. And this year, in order for that, you have to go read Prepare. That answers all that books right there. I think there's a number. Wasn't it like the answer is like 11 or something? Scott Adams. Yeah, you can watch this at your own leisure. Yes, church tomorrow. Go to church, say your prayers, get forgiven. Yeah, 42. That's the number. 42 is the number. Then people forgot what the question was, right? Yeah, Zach, read Prepare. That's the best I can do at my answers of the world. All right. Well, God bless you all, and have a happy Easter. And don't be so hard. Don't be so hard on others, and be uplifting and positive towards your friends, and be positive towards your enemies, right? Try to uplift everybody and do the best for yourself and your family, and give gratitude and humility to God, and remember what's been sacrificed for you. And you guys have a happy Easter. Thank you for showing up here on this Thursday. It was a little short stream, and go enjoy your family and love. God bless.